Hi everyone. I'm sorry that I couldn't be live today, but I'm presently in Quebec visiting family, and we have a pretty busy day visiting today. And I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to speak and share my little experience over the 3 weeks I worked on the project with Shannon and Eric for best practices in Indigenous accents. Myself, I'm First Nations on my mom's side, Nehinawewak, Egwa, Anishinaabe, Cree, and Ojibwe from northern Manitoba, and on my father's side, I'm French Canadian. So I was able to record samples with Indigenous accents in the community of Winnipeg, and during that time, I found that I could contact a whole bunch of people, and there was lots of responses that people wanted to participate within the project. We wanted to collect samples with different Indigenous accents and different age demographics around Manitoba, and I was fortunate enough that I had some youth, and I had some elders, and I had middle-aged participants, so that really helped. And during the project, I networked with a lot of people. I used social media, and I met with people downtown Winnipeg at Wishawaganuck, and that's where I did most of my recordings for the project. And over those 3 weeks, I found it when I was able to plan and get as many people as I can for each day to do the recordings. It made it very efficient. And learning about the project, I always took constructive criticism from people, and there was some people that felt that the project say it was exploiting Indigenous voices, and then there were some people that said it's great because you can use Indigenous voices to best represent their accents in films. So there's different perspectives on the project, but overall I do feel that there was a positive vibe of the project. The elders and the older generation, they do see the importance in this, because you want to portray Indigenous people accurately and not with a stereotype. So I figured the project would be something great to join on board when Shannon and Eric said that I could work with them. And I thoroughly enjoyed my 3 weeks, just under a month on the working with them. And during that time, I was able to communicate with Shannon and Eric daily, and I learned a lot of skills that I was able to apply for technology, using different systems that I use now for developing my Swampy Cree language app that's coming out in September. The project was it was a networking ability for me, because I got to meet new people in the Indigenous community, as well as I got to connect with people that I don't see every day that I have as friends. So using the project, I was able to get like just under a couple dozen samples of accents, and I think the project went pretty well. We got some people that shared a little bit of their language if they spoke that, and then we had some people that grew up in urban center that shared their voices, and then we have people that grew up in Indigenous communities that may not speak their languages. So we had a very wide variety of people and their cultural different aspects that they have. So that was very interesting, and it's diverse, because Indigenous people, there's not just one picture of what Indigenous person has, right? Language, culture. Some people don't have that, but they're still it's still your culture. That's still who you are as a person. So we had a great variety, and that's something that I think the project shows strength, that there's not just one form of somebody who in one culture. We have a wide variety, a wide selection of people. So, but one thing that I'd say that I really took from this is that to do practicing research, it takes a lot of time, and you have to organize a lot of stuff, and that's something that I became skilled at, so I can organize high volume of information efficiently and effectively, and get that out in a timeline for Shannon and Eric so that they can see exactly what I'm doing during the time. So that's what I found about the project really great, is that it was a scheduled thing that I had to get stuff done, and that's helped me along my journey with my language app, because I have timelines, because I want to get this app out in about less than 30 days. So we're just finishing the audio, and the app's well under development and ready for hopefully 3 weeks down the road that we can actually release the app right in September before I go back to school. So Kinanasko Michinawao, I thank you all for your time, and I appreciate you having me speak today. Ego sana.